Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show this week. On to episode 136. I appreciate you, as always, stopping by to watch and listen. Lots of things happening for sure. A beautiful weekend. First Friday, the beer show, art walk, kids fun fest, and just a whole lot of things happening. Hope you got a chance to get out and enjoy it. And like I said, I got lots to share with you, so let's get right to it. Right now, let's go to the entertainment scene. This week on the entertainment scene, Julian Taylor from the Julian Taylor Band was in Sarnia and performing down at Memorable Moments along with Rob Jenkins in the room, and the Pick Brothers Band was here, and we caught up with Julian Taylor, and we had some fun chatting about his latest called Tech Noir. We've got this CD right here, and we're going to be giving this away here on the show. And thank you so much for the T-shirt, Julian. I've got one of these we're going to give away here on the show as well. So let's stop wasting time. Let's go down to K106.3 right now and talk to Julian Taylor, and then I'll be back to talk to you some more.
I saw you on the street today, looking mighty fine. I said I really dig this girl.
Okay, so it's a name of an album.
Yes.
B.
No.
No. Yeah, it's the name of the album. It's Julian Taylor. He was in town last weekend playing down at Memorable Moments, and I'm trying to remember the name of his album. I'm sorry, man.
It's no problem. We're doing this. We're getting this done.
Why? No, it's not working. It's not working out here.
How long is this body going to be? I think.
Well, I don't know.
Good.
It's pretty shapely. Okay, T.
You got it.
Okay, I got a T. I'm on the way here. We're getting the name of the album out here to you. 4 letters. Tech Noir.
How do you do that?
That's awesome. Isn't that amazing how good I am?
You are so amazing.
That's awesome.
Tech Noir.
Right on. Thank you, Julian.
Thanks, man.
All right, we're having some fun. No problem. We're, Julian Taylor joining us here, and last weekend was downtown at First Friday Fun Fest as part of the First Friday
Madness.
And I heard you had an awesome performance down there.
It was amazing. We were in town. We played with The Room, which is your guys here at Sarnia,
Yeah.
Rob Jenkins, and the Pick Brothers from Toronto as
Right.
well, good friends of ours, and JTV.
Right, and you had an astonishingly amazing
Astonishingly, yes.
pita. That's awesome.
Well, yes, yeah, I did. It's a great town, Sarnia.
It is. We have a lot of fun
Right
down
by the
there.
water. It's perfect.
Let's talk about your album, Tech Noir, and what would you say is different about this album than maybe what you've been doing in the past?
I think it's better than all my other records.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that the cool vibe that we had coming in, trying to mesh funk,
Right.
R&B, rock, soul, folk. We didn't really touch on heavy metal. Like maybe that's the next record coming in. I don't know.
So you're pretty eclectic then.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
It's always a cliche question, but
Please, I love cliches. They're my favorite.
Influences, direct influences.
Direct influences. My father.
Yeah.
He's a pianist and a great musician. When I was growing up, my family listened to like mostly Motown stuff, Stax stuff, Nat King Cole. My dad also plays classical piano, so that stuff really got into my head.
Well, let's talk about one of the songs on there, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah, you've seen the video.
Yeah,
obviously.
and we're going to play the video on here for
cool.
everybody once again.
Yeah.
This is pretty neat with the hand drawings and everything. You'll see that in a moment. But
There's an interesting story to that, actually.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, what's the story behind this?
The story is myself and my friend Chris, who is part of our management team and the band, we're trying to figure out what to do with a video because we released this single and it was doing really well and we needed something to put online to get
Right.
some traction. And there was this gentleman who lived in Eastern Europe, who I've never met. We've only spoken to via, email and Skype and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he's an artist, and he had drawn a picture of Bruno Mars to a Staggered Crossing song.
Oh, neat.
And got this idea to contact him, and he came up with the whole concept himself.
Yeah.
And did that real-time drawing. And since then, we've had great numbers on that YouTube video.
Yes, you have.
And people have really taken to that song. And from that song, we got to create the record.
Yeah.
12 new amazing tracks that I think are astonishingly good.
Yes, astonishingly.
yeah.
There's that word. It's his new favorite word.
Well, apparently, we did an interview at K106.
Yes.
And Matt McNeil had an old interview of me.
Yeah, he's devious that way.
It was horrible. I'm just glad it was just digitally and just sound, because I would have been mortified to see what I looked like at the time,
Yeah.
10 years ago. But yeah, so that happened. And the record's happening, and we've got a new single called Heat Wave out.
Yep.
People have been really digging the record, which is great. And I'm just hoping for a bad review soon because it hasn't happened yet. And
Well, we won't do that
I'm kind
to
of
you.
shocked.
Well, everybody's really enjoying your music. It was a great performance this past weekend. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
for having me, Dave.
You're welcome. Julian Taylor, and now we're going to take you to that video, Never Gonna Give You Up. Take a look at this, and then we'll be back with more.
Saw you on the street today, looking mighty fine. I said I really dig this girl. I'm gonna make her mine. I see that you're the girl I want, and I know you want me. So baby, let's just get it on. So naturally. Shake your body, baby, to the rhythm beating time. You look so dirty, baby, can't get you off my mind. I don't go stressing about it, the way you're moving on the floor, with everybody's eyes on you. It makes me want you more. I'm never gonna give it up. I'll make it on my mind. I'm never gonna give it up. I'm gonna make you mine. We're shaking all the time, but I know you're mine, you're mine. We're shaking all the time, but I know you're mine, We're shaking all the time, but I know you're mine, I know you're mine, you're mine. She said, I need you, baby. She said, I'll drive you crazy, yeah. Sugar, baby, we're laying all the time. I know you're mine, you're mine. We're shaking all the time, but I know you're mine, you're mine. We're shaking all the time, but I know you're mine, you're mine. We're shaking all the time, taking all the time. I know you're mine, you're mine. We're shaking all the time, I know you're mine.
Julian Taylor, thanks so much again for your time here in the show. Great music video in there. Never Gonna Give You Up by Julian Taylor. And I said we're going to give this CD, and I've got a t-shirt here as well. So here's what you got to do. Go to his website, go to juliantaylorband.com, and pick, tell me one of the other names of the album, Tech Noir. And send that to the show at davidburrows.ws, and somebody's going to win a CD and a t-shirt from Julian Taylor. So thanks, Julian Taylor, for that. We'll be following up with Julian Taylor, and I'm sure we'll have him back on the show very, very soon. All right now, let's go out into the community. This week in the community, it's Ribfest 2014. It starts on Thursday. 18 bands in all over this long weekend, if you will, for Ribfest, and lots of music and entertainment. And oh, by the way, there's going to be ribs there too. And here to talk to us about what's happening at Ribfest, Carrie Beliveau, who's in charge of the hospitality and the entertainment down there, and also brought on Adam Roop, who is from HC Stark, the major sponsor for Ribfest 2014. We're going to talk to them right now. So take a look at this. Let's go into the community. Ribfest 2014.
All right, on the show this week, going out into the community as we always do and gearing up for Sarnia Ribfest 2014, coming to Hiawatha once again, and here to talk to us about many of the exciting new things that are going to be happening. Carrie Belleville, how are you today?
I'm great, Dave. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's always good to be here talking with you because that means things are happening.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And what is your official title in all this?
Let me think. Entertainment and Hospitality Coordinator.
Right, okay.
There we go.
So multiple hat person. So
Yes.
now this year's really exciting because you've got, 18 bands
There's
in all?
18 bands.
Wow.
This is the most we've had at Ribfest. We're really excited about it. The most exciting part of it is the diversity.
Right.
The amount of different types of music that we're going to have.
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody. Family
Awesome.
friendly. Everybody can come out and enjoy it.
Well, we'll talk about some of the things that are happening, but first I know you're very, very excited this year as well to have a new sponsor on board, and I'll let you do the
Yes.
introductions here.
I would like to introduce you to Adam Roop. He is from HC Stark here in Sarnia. Adam has come on as our major sponsor, and it's the first time in 16 years that Sarnia Ribfest has had a major sponsor.
Awesome.
So we're very
many
excited
new
about
things
it.
happening this year. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Adam, let me just ask you, what's your reason, why did HC Stark get involved with Ribfest?
Well, H.C. Stark was really looking for a way to give back to the community. Our success is really based on the talent that came out of
Right.
the Lambton County here. So we found the Ribfest really supports families. It supports a very
Yeah.
broad cross-section of our community. And it was a good way to get back in touch and basically create a conversation
Right.
again.
And that's great that you're doing that. And it's funny you point out that, and especially emphasize the last few years, it's a very family-oriented event, and admission is free,
Always.
but donations certainly welcome. at the door,
Graciously
right?
accepted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what about Big Toys for Big Boys? I mean, did I say that one right? Yeah.
You did, yeah. Big
What's
toys
that
for
about?
big boys. We've actually got because we moved out to Hiawatha, we have so much room.
Sure.
So we've added some new attractions. The Midway is pretty much doubled in size
Yeah.
since it was downtown, which is great for kids, little ones and
Yeah.
big ones. And then we have the Big Toys for Big Boys, which is an entire area of treats and tricks. Yes,
right.
treats and tricks for family, for dad, especially. A great day on Sunday to come out on Father's Day.
Let's talk though about some of the bands that are coming down. Do you have any
Certainly.
favorites that are coming?
Road Apples.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right on.
One
Yeah.
of the best tribute bands to Tragically
Tragically
Hip in
Hip.
Canada.
Yeah,
They are fantastic.
definitely.
That's a great privilege. To have
But
you.
our music starts at like 4:30.
Yeah, so you can get
5
there
o'clock.
early.
Yeah.
So, and then Saturday it's very early as well. We even have the Playfair Music Hour
Yeah, I
showcase.
saw that. Looking
so
forward to
their
seeing
students
that.
are coming down to perform
Perfect.
as well. So
A little something for everybody. And oh, by the way, there'll be ribs there too. With all this entertainment.
shoot,
and
yeah, we
everything,
forget that
you
every
know?
year.
And that's always our
Yeah.
website that people can go and check out.
oh yeah, sarniaribfest.com.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you
and
both so
it's-
much for being here. And Adam, I'm very excited that you're coming on board to support Sarnia Ribfest 2014.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Nice
it's a
to have
pleasure.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave. as
Once
always.
again, talking to everybody and many people involved in Sarnia Ribfest 2014. We just couldn't get it all in this interview, so you're going to have to go and check out the website. We'll go back to the studio now and talk more about Sarnia Ribfest 2014. All right, well, thank you, Carrie Belleville and Adam Roop, for being here on the show. It sounds like Ribfest 2014, one of the biggest to happen yet. All starts on Thursday, and all your information down at sarniaribfest.com. I'll be there Saturday morning as MC for the Rise to Fame Talent Contest. Did that last year, and happy to be back doing that again. So, lots happening starting Thursday right through Sunday, Father's Day, Ribfest 2014, and we're looking forward to seeing you down there. All right, well, it's time to move on and get some tech lessons. We added this segment last week, and we're happy to have Mark Russell joining us every week. And this week, Mark's got some more tips for us. So take a look at this. Here is Apps with Mark Russell.
Thanks, Dave. Today we look at an app for email, the most common form of communication on the internet. This is Apps with Mark Russell. Personal email, work email, newsletter subscriptions, registering for an online shop. There are plenty of reasons to use email, and lots of options for email providers. For all your email needs, I recommend Gmail. Gmail is available as a free app for iOS, Android, BlackBerry, Windows Phone, and can be accessed from any computer with an internet connection. What makes Gmail the best choice? Space. Kojiko, my internet provider, gives you 10 megs of webmail. Gmail gives you 15 gigs. Outlook can handle 2 gigs of storage. Gmail, 15 gigs. Accessibility. Gmail saves to the cloud, so you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. Searchability. You don't have to sort through your old email to find what you're looking for. You can take advantage of Google's outstanding search functions. What about security? We hear about employers reading email, ISPs reading email, the government reading your email. Gmail does use your email to better target ads towards you, but selling that information to other parties would hurt their own business. Google has taken public steps to encrypt your email to keep the NSA out. After all, their company motto is, "Don't be evil." Gmail launched in beta in 2004 and was open to the public in 2007. Gmail gives you tons of space, worldwide accessibility, cutting-edge security, and the ability to manage other email addresses. This has been Apps with Mark Russell.
Apps with Mark Russell. Thanks, Mark, for being here and giving us, sharing your technical information with us. Mark will be here every week, and if you've got something you'd like Mark to talk about, send me an email to the show at davidburrows.ws, and I'll forward it on to Mark, and I'm sure he'll talk about it here on the show for us. Thanks again, Mark. We'll see you next week. All right, well, there's lots of things happening still, and it's the local scene, so let's take a look at this, and then I'll be back to wrap up the show. Great local events always happening here in Sarnia, and if you want your great local event here on the show, just send it to me to the show at davidburrows.ws, and please try to get it to me 2 to 3 weeks in advance. All right, well, the Pro Fight Series for the third time coming back to Sarnia, and this time to the Brock Street Barn is happening this Saturday, June the 14th, and tickets only $38 general admission. You can get them at Harvey's locations and the Fuel Factory here in Sarnia. And the weigh-ins for the fighters is happening on Friday at 4 o'clock at the Holiday Inn, and I will be broadcasting live streaming from the Holiday Inn at 4 o'clock, and you'll be able to watch that at my website, davidburrows.ws. Now, I'll also be down there at the fights on June the 14th. I won't be broadcasting the fights live, but I will have some live-streamed interviews. Once again, all that going to be happening down at davidburrows.ws, so check that out online. IndieFest, getting ready, June 28th. It's happening. Tickets available down at Cheeky Monkey and at the Music Box on Murphy Road, or by going to indiefest.ca. And of course, it's being held at formerly known as the Stubborn Mule, now called Rustic, and they are open every day of the week starting at 4 o'clock with live bands on the Friday. And of course, IndieFest will be there on June the 28th. Tickets only $5 for that event, and proceeds all going to Harmony for Youth and the Kids Help Phone here in Sarnia. Wow, what a busy show, and it's always a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here once again. But that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here in the show. Bye-bye for now.